The Harvest of Despair. In that town, nestled between the mountains and the moors, stories of Isaac McCrae were shared by the fireplace, passed down as an integral part of its rich lore. Some said he was gifted with an ethereal sixth sense, allowing him to plumb the depths of mysteries others dare not fathom. To others, he was the last bulwark against the creeping unknown that occasionally threatened to seep into their peaceful existence. Children, tucked under their woolen blankets, would close their eyes, imagining the fearless detective leaping over rooftops or confronting rogues and scoundrels in the dead of night. Their dreams were populated by his countless adventures, each more harrowing than the last. So, when Hermine Reed, the town's darling with raven-black hair and a smile that could brighten the gloomiest of days, went missing, the grief was palpable. The very soul of the community seemed to be gripped by a stifling anguish. It wasn't just a person they lost, it was a fragment of their collective heart. Gathering by the forest's edge, the townspeople offered prayers, their voices mingling with the mournful whispers of the trees. The forest, old and sentient, stood as a testament to time itself, its depths hiding secrets that no man had yet unveiled. Some say it remembered every footstep, every whisper, and every lost soul. Sweet Hermine, lamented a matronly woman, her fingers clutching her rosary, always curious, always wandering, she often spoke of the melodies she heard from deep within, melodies none of us could ever perceive. The elder, who had earlier shared his account with Isaac, shuffled his feet, his blue eyes glistening with the weight of his years and memories. "That forest," he continued, his voice cracking, "it doesn't just take, it keeps." Isaac, silent amidst the flurry of sentiments, removed his gloves, allowing his fingertips to touch the rough bark of a sentinel tree. Every groove, every crevice, seemed to communicate with him, sharing tales older than the town itself. His keen eyes darted, tracing the remnants of Hermine's passage, a delicate footprint, a swath of cloth snagged on a bramble. With an air of determination, Isaac adjusted his hat and delved deeper into the forest, guided by instinct and the faint echoes of Hermine's presence. Each clue whispered fragments of her journey, and Isaac, with every fiber of his being, listened. Beneath the dimming caress of daylight, he discovered Hermine. Her eyes harbored a depth that sparkled with the intensity of the imminent stars. "Miss Reed," he greeted, balancing firm command with a soft undertone of care in his voice, "the town is fraught with worry. We must make our way back." However, with a mysterious smile playing on her face, Hermine beckoned him further into the forest's embrace. "You must see it for yourself, Mr. McCrae," she whispered, her words interwoven with the murmurs of the woodland around. "A grand festivity is in motion." Before long, they stood at the edge of a riverside glade, awash with the vibrant hues and jubilant sounds of a harvest gala in full swing. Recognizing familiar faces, all lost in the spirit of celebration, Isaac felt a pull to join. As he let go of his apprehensions, the mirth of the gathering wrapped around him. Above, the moon took her place, casting a silvery glow over all. Hands passed goblets filled with a tantalizing concoction. When one such goblet reached Isaac, a powerful voice proclaimed, "To the bounty of the earth and our shared bond." The gathering echoed in agreement. Drawn into the moment, Isaac raised his drink and took a sip. A wave of sensations, both cold and warm, flowed through him, dragging him into the depths of a dreamlike stupor. Upon awakening, Isaac found himself in a realm that seemed removed from reality. His body lay motionless below him, while his essence, now an ethereal echo of his former self, floated above. The dancing figures around him had transformed, their luminous forms gliding and twirling in an unearthly dance. Drawn to the river's edge, they approached a shimmering boat, with a radiant helmsman awaiting them. Every entity presented the ferryman with 2 coins, a tradition that served as the fare to the realm beyond life. Standing before Karen, the mythical guardian of the deceased's passage, Isaac felt the weight of his empty hands. The ferryman, with eyes reminiscent of the icy river he traversed, spoke gravely. "You will be left for Mothalig, an entity that approaches, yearning to claim what it believes to be rightfully his," Karen intoned, the words hanging heavily in the silence of this other world. "No, there must be another way." Isaac's plea reverberated through the otherworldly expanse, but Karen remained unmoved. As he guided the boat into the mist, Hermine, now among the vessel's passengers, sent a glance of profound sadness Isaac's way. The mournful look in her eyes became a beacon for him as the boat vanished into the enveloping haze. Alone and forsaken, Isaac remained, the desolate cry of the wind his sole companion. His heart, though now of ethereal essence, raced as the scenery around began to contort unnaturally. The festive grounds, once filled with laughter and music, turned into a haunting reflection of the world he once knew. Trees writhed in agony, and the leaves whispered tales of despair. The gusts bore with them the lamentations of myriad souls, their voices a chilling symphony. From afar, an ominous presence made itself known, Mothalig. This figure radiated a dark glow, its form undulating and changing with every fleeting moment. The whispers heightened, each voice anticipating an impending catastrophe. Frozen in place, as though bound by invisible forces, Isaac's dread amplified as Mothalig's silhouette became clearer, a behemoth from the netherworld, its gaze aflame with an unending thirst. The direness of his situation became palpable. He was ensnared in this realm, teetering on the edge of an outcome more ghastly than the oblivion of death.